Oh, damn. I didn't even know I was live. Hey guys, welcome to Little Black Bird, another one. We're talking to you guys obviously about ready to love, ready to move. Let me tell you something straight, first and foremost. If we could not find love, I don't know how we're gonna find a move. Okay. If we could not find love, I don't know how we're gonna find a move. Listen, I'm hoping for an authentic show. I'm hoping for a show that's going to bring some fresh ideas and some fresh new conversations around relationships and love. I'm hoping that the people that are going to be on the show are going to be authentic. I'm hoping that on the show, people are going to, you know, come correct, and people are going to have a real a chance at actually finding somebody they can connect with, like, and love. So we're really hoping for those particular aspects, right? Let's not hold our breath, okay? But before we go anywhere, make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm going to be talking a little bit about this new show that's come up on Ready to Love, their new spin-off series. It's got some two great giants in there who were previous quote-unquote villains in past seasons. I already know I'm not getting an interview on one of them. But anyway, we're going to have a real conversation today. I won't be on it for too long, but I want to discuss the new trailer that came out a few days ago. Trust me, we are going to cover this. Oh, yeah, we're going to have panels upon panels. We're going to be the place to be when you need to talk about Ready to Love. Okay? By the time they realize by the end of the season, they're gonna be consulting us, okay, on this channel, because there's no way we're gonna let another season go by and y'all don't ask no questions about how we can help improve the show, because I'm sick and tired. Okay, this spinoff is cute, but is it gonna do what it needs to do? We're gonna discuss that on this particular video. So like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification, the uploads, and for those of you who are returnees, really know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. Listen, don't forget, we're trying to make it to 100K by the end of the year. And you guys are really helping us grow. It's growing so fast, I didn't realize, and I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much for those of you who are subscribing, who are sharing, who are liking all the videos as well. It really is actually making a mad difference. Let's talk a little bit about this new show, because baby, for a few seconds, I've sped it up because I don't want no copyright.
Let's always keep focused on our goal. You're here in New Orleans to find a man, to see if you're ready to make a move. Cheers to this. We all deserve the best.
First things first is this. We got four beautiful ladies. We got Vern, we got Cerise, we got Alex, and we also got Zadia as well. I said Alex, Ashley, sorry. It's going to be interesting. Okay, we got four strong personalities, two of which are much stronger than the other. Okay, we got Zadia and Charisse. These are the two that we already know. Charisse and Miami season went head to head, toe to toe with Cadian, and it was like a bomb went off in the season. Okay, she went head to head with Zoe too. Unfortunately, that was not a pleasant thing to watch from Zoe either. Now, obviously, we got Zadia too, and we haven't seen her since obviously DC season. You know how that went. Okay, last season, you saw how that went DC season. Okay, Zadia was part of the infamous Brown Squad, which obviously was a little bit crazy, a little bit mad as well, right? And obviously then we had Ashley. Ashley was part of, I believe, was it Atlanta season? One of the first ones I ever watched and did videos for. And she found love with the trucker, and I forgot what his name, Alex, and then he suffered an aneurysm, I think, or something like that, wasn't it? Unfortunately, and that was their story. But then he came out of the coma and then didn't want to love her anymore. So I was like, okay, wild. Definitely need to shout out Ashley as well. I'm gonna tell you this now. Y'all already know. I've told Ashley this too as well. Ashley's my crush, man. I can't even lie to you. That was my first Ready to Love crush. When I saw that woman, I said, my God, how can someone be so fine? How can someone be so chocolatey? How can have that raspiness in the voice too? I said, how can somebody be? Let me even take my glasses off and clear the eyes. I said, there's no way. There's no way. That level of beauty, that level of succulentness. Oh my God. But shout out to Ash as well, man. Good peoples. And then obviously we have Vern as well. Vern was on, what season was Vern on? I've forgotten what season. I know she was on Joel's season. I'm just trying to remember what season they were. Joel's season. I can't remember what season they were. But that season again was another one. I think I was Houston, wasn't it? Right, I believe, or something like that. I can't remember what season they were. But anyway, but Vern obviously too had a situation with Joel. Joel in the end obviously didn't work out, and came back. Joel was messing around and not being serious about it. So listen, there's quite a few things that there's quite a few unresolved. I don't want to say unresolved, but there's quite a few loose ends that want to be tied up. There's a couple of things in terms of what we're going to see probably in the season that I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing where they are now. I'm looking forward. I think this is interesting, right? Having new people. In fact, let me hold my tongue. Let me hold my tongue. I'll hold my tongue and let's play a little bit more of the trailer, and then we'll talk a bit more, right?
All right, ladies, do you want to know who I have matched you with? Oh, wow.
Be careful, these sidewalks are kind of dangerous and tricky.
Okay, so what I'm really looking forward to seeing is whether each of these people have actually learned and grown. What I'm looking for is grown behavior. Because if you're returning back to Ready to, number one, here's the biggest thing. You're returning back to Ready to Love, which Ready to Love does not have a good track record of making people fall in love. I'm going to be very honest. Ready to Love, this is the honest truth. I probably ain't gonna, they probably won't shout me out again, but it don't matter. The reality of the situation is, the honest truth is Ready to Love has failed in bringing couples together, right? We have not but, 2 couples in 8 seasons, 9 seasons? Having over 180 people, because if you have 20 per season, or was it 10 per season, no 15 per season, whatever, yeah, it's almost 180, 150. Well, I can't work it out, y'all know. Okay, so we have over like 160 contestants have come through, 160 people have come through. We have 2 couples, and I can only name Cadian and our brother, what's his name? I forgot his name. I don't know. Names are going out my head now. And obviously, our good brothers and sister, why are names going out my head? Y'all know Clift and Joy, right? And I think there's one more, isn't it? So that's 3 couples. I think it's 3 couples. I can't remember. After that, we haven't had any couples. So hopefully this new format is going to fester a new relationship. But my problem is this, and Mario and Riva, thank you. My problem with this is this. If we weren't ready to love, how are we ready to move? If we were not ready to love, how are we ready to move? So I'm interested from a behavioral standpoint. I'm really looking forward to seeing where people have grown from when we watched them over the last few seasons. I'm interested to see where Zadia is at. Has there been a change? I'm looking to see if there's something that, because the last time we was fighting, putting hoodies on, marching into people's houses. You understand? Like Janelle's doing. Yeah, that's what we saw last time we saw her. Are we going to see a different change, a different side of Zadia? Are we going to see some new energy coming her way? I would hope so we can report in a different manner, right? Same with Charisse. Are we going to see a different side of Charisse? Because what we saw on the show was a little bit of, if we want to say combativeness, that was a little bit of combativeness that was happening there, right? That we saw on the show with Charisse. And so I want to see, has there been a shift? Has there been a move? Has there been growth? Ashley and Vern, unfortunately, their situations didn't work out. Has there been growth in those areas still? And have they chosen different paths about how they're going to go about their business on this occasion? Are they wiser? You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for in this new season with a new format, which is Ready to Move. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. I like the idea for the show, but the fact of the matter is we have people who have already been on Ready to Love. We have people that have already been on Ready to Love. And the problem with that is that when people have already been on the show, they already have an expectation of what they're going to do. Not only that, if they weren't ready, if we couldn't find Ready to Love, it's going to be very hard to do Ready to Move. Are people ready to move? If we couldn't even find people that were suitable for love, how will we find people that were suitable for a move? Do you know what I'm saying to you? Right? So I want to see what's going to happen there. Essentially, yes, Ashley and Vern did get played. That's what happened to them too. So yeah. A whole move to New Orleans is kind of a mad thing. I get it. I think it's all entertainment, because I just don't see the reality of this. Because why would somebody, and okay, but I'll put my next point in a second. I'll put my next point. Okay, cool. Let me get the next part of the trailer up, and then we'll discuss this next point.
Tricky.
Oh, what else do I need to know about you?
I have 17 cats.
17? Are you joking? Yeah.
So it's simple.
I mean, that
Keep
just still
the
looks
man that you
banging,
build
though.
relationship with,
Damn.
and let go of that weaker connection. And as always, all of the men.
Zadia still looks good. I can't even lie to you. In fact, she looks even better than the last season. I can't even play with you. You know what I mean? I'm a sucker for the toxicity, baby. But you know, I think another point I want to make is that, are we ready to move to another city? And my thing is this: as a realistic issue, as a realistic thought process, these ladies are set in their ways. Charisse, Zadia, Vern, Ashley, these people have businesses. I think all of them are entrepreneurs, if I'm correct, right? I think they all own their own little business. You know what I mean? You all have your own business. So like just uprooting yourself, and maybe it's easier to do because, you know, maybe you can do your business online or whatever nowadays. But like just uprooting yourself and go to another city. So we're ready to move and not ready to marry. We might as well call this ready to marry. We might as well call this ready to marry rather than ready to move. Because in all honesty, I would be thinking that you're crazy to move somewhere else to another city for another person and we can't commit to that person for marriage. I think that's more mad. Do you know what I'm saying to you? I think that's more mad thinking about how you're going to move to another city for somebody else who isn't fully committed to you to marry you. You know what I mean? So for me, this seems like an entertainment purpose show. It doesn't give me hope that we're going to find some balance and say, let's entertain, but also trying to deliver on the product. People are ready to move. Now, what it may do is that it may open up conversation around really deeper conversation around compatibility. Because before you can make a move, you have to really vet the person you're with. So maybe the show will really focus on some of those conversations, about some of those really important conversations. The problem with it is most people have a conversation like this at the very beginning. You know, they have the conversation right at the beginning. So, by the time that you get to the end of the 4 weeks, whatever, most people know, most people know already what they're bringing to the table and what they want to do. Do you know what I mean? So again, this is for me, it's entertainment grab. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying that I can't see that there's 4 people on my screen would want to go back to the show who really didn't provide the platform for what they needed. You know what I mean? So for me personally, this is strictly for your brand. This is strictly to improve your sales. This is to get your business on the map. This is for for clout, improve your Instagram followers. And I'm not mad at it. Listen, I'm not mad at it. I actually understand it. I just think to myself, this show doesn't make sense to me. Ready to move, but not ready to marry. And why? But I like the concept. I think it's something fresh, something new. Let's see how it goes. We only got 4 women this time and a whole bunch of men, which is very similar to Love Experiment route that they taken. I need to actually finish reviewing that because I've been watching it, but I've not been reviewing it. So yeah, look at Ashley. Just look at Ashley, please. This guy says, ladies, can we just take a minute for Ashley? Y'all know I like the short hair. Okay, y'all know I love me a chocolate sister. So this, Father God, we thank you in the name of Jesus for the beautiful creations you have made on this earth. My God. Anyway.
And our fair game.
I heard you went on a date with Zadia.
But you were better.
I'm right here.
Okay. You are a priority, but my options are still open.
I can already see how this is going to go down badly. The guy said to Ashley that, you're a better date than Zadia. I don't see how this is going to go down well. I don't see this going down very well. This is not going to go down very well. I can see it now. It's going to be a madness. Okay? It's going to be a madness. But it looks like people are kissing. People are getting close. People are getting acquainted. So we're looking forward to it. You know what I mean? We're looking forward to see some of the madness, some of the craziness that may come from the show, because really and truly, we're tuning in for entertainment. This is not about us finding love, okay? This is about entertainment purely.
Hey, I want to hear how things are going on in the house.
I have rules.
Like what?
Like no guys in the house.
Did something happen? I felt betrayed. You clearly do not care for anybody else to have their own story.
Are you telling me what I care about?
Now I don't even know if that's even a beef between Zadia and Sharice. They may have just cut it that way. I don't know if that's actually a beef between Zadia and Sharice. It's the way they cut it. It may not be them two arguing, unless I'm not watching it properly. I don't know if it's a guarantee. About whether it's that arguing or not. But I am looking forward to seeing how all these four ladies actually operate within the household too, because watching the Love Experiment, shout out to the Love Experiment. I've been watching that, and I really do love the format of the way they did it. I love the MTV Love Experiment. I will review it. I promise you guys. I've got my videos loaded up. I just need to film them. I've got my notes and everything. I really do love what Love Experiment is doing, and the reason why I love what they're doing is because when I see, when I see how they brought the ladies, there's only 3 ladies, and then they can interchange the guys. I think that's a much better chance of there being I think there's a much better chance of there being cohesion and more of a chance of there being love, because the men are having to compete for the women, which is what it should be. It should be that the men are competing for the women. So if you have 4 women and then a majority of guys, there's more competition that creates more of the interest from the men pursuing the ladies more. And I think that's a better way of going at it as well. So it's a Mazzoline for in that sense. Let's have a look more. I'm in
a space where I'm uncomfortable, and I left my safe space to come here. You don't f with me. Where the party at?
Now I see some familiar faces come back in. I saw Liz, I saw Camille, I saw a couple others also too, who are coming through as well. So it looks like it's going to be a very interesting season with some familiar faces that may come and shine some light. I'm surprised maybe Liz maybe they chose Liz. I don't know if she'll be on the next season or whatever. But as you heard obviously from Sharice there, she said about doesn't want the guys in her space. If I remember correctly, I don't know if something happened to her when she was younger. I remember she does an interview. I think something had happened to her. That's why probably she's getting triggered in that moment. So God bless her as well. I know that those things are never easy when you're dealing with that as well. So, but yeah, that definitely looks like it's going to be some carnage in there. There's a little twinge of carnage that we're going to be seeing. I think there's going to be some little spats here and there, but you saw Sharice going off, and the thing is, Sharice and Zadia are just more vocal, and I wonder if we're going to see Sharice and Zadia in a different light now. There's only 4 of them. Like if there's only 4 of them, I wonder if we'll see a different side of them, because now they're not necessarily as much in competition, whereas when you're in so much competition, it does begin to birth the competitor in you. And both Sharice and Zadia are competitive individuals, right? So I wonder if there's less women and there's more men, whether it will lessen the competition aspect of it and kind of tone it down a little bit more, and create more emphasis on them dating the men. I think that we may see a different side to them. Do you know what I'm saying? We may. I really am hoping for that different side of them. Let's see.
Could you see me living here? People do anything for love, so.
It's time to let them know once and for all. Are you moving here to New Orleans?
Oh, she's not moving.
That's right. And you know what? For once, I agree with Camille. She ain't moving. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Okay. All right. There ain't no way. Okay. So she ain't moving. We already know that Zadia ain't moving. For what? For what? What's she gonna move for? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what we're moving for. I don't know what's gonna happen. But hey ho, shake a leg. We're intrigued to see where the show is gonna end up going. Right? Watch a bit more.
I basically called me mad, super aggressive. What the? I get too hard. If you're looking for love,
I just want you to understand the things that are important to me.
It's just a big decision.
I mean, you know what? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Just that clip, also the clip didn't show much in terms of what I wanted to see. Like maybe something to grasp at and be like, wow, there's gonna be some deep conversations, or you know, I don't know. It didn't inspire me to think that they're gonna be something deep about it. Someone said, you know what I mean? Let's see. Christina said, "How is it ready to marry when they aren't ready to love?" Well, you know what? I'll take at this point. I'll take ready to marry over ready to move, because at least they're getting some. At least they're getting some commitment. But do you know what I mean? At least some commitment. But if they don't even do that, then I'm sad, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like if they go straight for ready to move, we're hustling backwards at that point. We're hustling backwards at that point if that's the case. You know, and that's true as well. That's another situation too, that maybe the people don't even live in New Orleans. In fact, all four of them don't live in New Orleans. So are these men living in New Orleans? You know what I mean? And why did they choose New Orleans? What was it about New Orleans that they wanted to make the people move to New Orleans? Why did they choose that city? Like, I think that for me is like, I guess maybe because they haven't done any shows there, and that's what's making me think: is this a grab for? Is this an entertainment grab? Because I think we haven't done Ready to Love New Orleans, right? So it's a neutral place, etc., etc. I think a better one probably would have been like New York. I think it would have been cool if they did like a New York, Ready to Move to New York, or whatever. You know, or California. California knows how to party, you know. So I don't know. For me personally, I'm like, ask that question. You know, I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying I ain't mad at it. Okay. Let's watch a bit more.
Gotta find a way trying to take their life.
Is this connection going to see more New Orleans, or you just gonna nip it in the bud now?
Till I am something.
I'm just not sure about this.
I'm gonna do whatever I take.
Damn, there's gonna be tears, 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 and more tears, baby. There's gonna be tears, tears, and more tears, baby. You know, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Someone said it looks like he'll follow the same concept of Queen's Court on Peacock. It's also Will Packer produced, and Evelyn Lozada moved to ATL. Okay, to find that guy. Oh, okay. All right, cool. You know, someone else said a lot of combative women. Oh my days. They said leaving DC for Nola. Nope. Leaving MIA for Nola. I know DeSantis is a menace, but no. Vern is close and can pretend to move. Not sure if leaving ATL is worth it, actually. I hear that. I hear that. Someone said, but this experiment proves you'll find a connection amongst the group presented to you, like real life and Married at First Sight. Interesting. Okay. I like it. Someone said, I miss when we had Ready to Love once a year. Own reality shows have a new season every week now. They're killing us. I hear you. Someone said, how about St. Louis? Okay. I mean, listen, last part, and then we're gonna get off here.
Hopefully, you might not want to go back to Miami. It's okay.
Beautiful stuff. So this show comes out October the 13th. So definitely we'll be reviewing this show. We'll get a panel together as well to discuss it. We ain't gonna miss. You don't want to miss us breaking it down every single week as well. All right. I'm gonna leave it here, guys. We'll be back later on tonight. I'm gonna do a breakdown of Jessica's interview. I watched it, and Jessica's interview, quite interesting. So we'll be back October the 13th, for this show specifically, which means I think it's going to be literally reunion, part 1, part 2, and then the week following, they're literally going to have the show starting. Because by the time we get to episode 10 now, I think there's 12 episodes usually, or a bit more even sometimes, on where we are. So let's say another 2 weeks, we go in 14, 27th of September, 28th, 29th, 30th. Yeah, by the time reunions are done, this show starts. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna love you. Before you go, guys, do me a massive favor. We have 223 people in this room. Like the live for me, guys. Help me out. Like the live. It just sends good vibrations to those who are analytics. We want to be able to have some real good conversations with you guys. And so as you guys like it just means more people can see it, more people can interact with it as well. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We're trying to get to 100K. Subscribe to the channel. We want to make this channel the channel to be at. And it will be, because the next few months when we do our reviews and the panels on Ready to Love and other shows, I'm telling you, you know what I mean? It's going to be mad. You know, you're going to be mad. Trust me. You're going to be mad you missed it. Okay? All right. So like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell button so you get notified of the uploads as well. All right. I'm going to be out because I've got a UK panel to do. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button. We'll see you again soon. Much appreciation. Ciao.